time for what? For another printer breakdown. Another one? Do you mean the artillery? No. The sunroof. Another reality? No. When are you gonna get your ass off that bed? Do you mean CR10? No. Masaka. Time for the single greatest creation by mankind, called from Czech Republic, Prague, and not China. Prusa. That's right. That's right. Today we're gonna talk about why. We're gonna talk about one of the most important 3D printers of your life. We're gonna be talking about Prusa, but not the MK3S. We're going to be talking about the Prusa Mini. Trust me, this has to be your second 3D printer. Now the Creality Ender 3 needed to be your first one because you need to learn 3D printing, right? At first you need to learn what it is about. It's because 3D printing is very in-depth, and even if you get a Prusa, which I will tell you how amazing it is, you will still need to learn how it works because Prusa doesn't have design flaws, but it is the technology. It is still an FDM 3D printer, and it comes with its maintenance, and I will show you right now. What do I mean by it was clogging? See, what happened was there are 3 nuts over here connecting the hot end to the heatsink, and the hot end was not aligned properly, meaning there was a gap between the PDFE tube and the heatsink. Now, I get it, this is not the design flaw, it's more like the beginning Prusa Minis came mostly pre-assembled, and you know, even in that error, it will still print a couple prints before it started clogging. And then I had the next issue. Now, next issue was me trying to fix it when I figured it out, because I tried everything else. I tried to see, I opened the extruder, this, that, and the typical one, cold pulls, this and that, but you know, of course they were not working because they were not the issue. And then, so I repaired it by contacting the customer service. I didn't have to go to online forums, which I did, and most of the fixes were different because you know, no one thought that it was a misalignment. And then I talked to a guy, and it turns out it was a misalignment, and I was using a smaller Allen key, but he said it has to be a 1/16. Now the most of the Allen keys you get for free through these 3D printers are not gonna be 1/16, so I had to order a new set, and that's perfectly fine. More tools for the shop. And he gave a funny comment going, what's it called? It's hardened nuts. You will destroy all of your Allen keys before you get to open that. You have to use the correct size, which is 1/16, and I did. And then for months, this has been my go-to printer. As you can see, the MK3S is right there, but it's not printing because I just finished it, and I think there was an issue. I don't know why with that. I do know why. I have to fix that, but I will say that in a different video. So the Prusa Mini, now what happened was, as you can see over here, let me see if you can see that. Over here, it is using a PTFE tube connected to an older type of coupler to a PLA print, and that is not stock. Stock is this one, which I got. Now the one on there I did get with the printer, but this is the one they sent as a replacement because I told them about this issue I was having with the Mini. They said order something and we will send it this along for free, which is great customer service. And I ordered the MK3S, $1,000 investment for the shop. But I wasn't running this printer for a while. I was experimenting on my other printers, the Ender 3, the Sidewinder X1, the Sunlu, the Anycubics, the other ones. And then when I restarted it, I thought that, well, now it's gonna have this. It's gonna print better. And for a month it was clogging again. But this time, for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. I did copo, I did everything in the books, I did gear change, I even changed out a few nuts and stuff. But yesterday, I switched this out back to the old PTFE2, which was barely connected to a PLA print. I PLA printed this joint connected to the older fashioned PTFE2. Now why do I say older fashioned? You see these are more common couplers in plumbing. In 3D printing PTFE2, these are not common. While these are very effective, what happened was the factory, they over tightened these, and so the path of the filament is too constrained and it gets stuck. There's too much friction between this PTFE, because look at how tight these are. It should not be. I mean, granted, they didn't know, they just tightened it. They couldn't test it on a printer because it's only one part and it's a $2 piece. So I didn't bother writing about them. It's gotta be fine. But other than that, whenever I get an order, there is plenty of times my Ender 3 would just start not working. My Sunlu would just start showing blobs or having clogs, and shockingly the Sidewinder X1 has been the only one not to cause issue, and the MK3S has issues, but probably because I just finished building it, maybe there's some human error. But Prusa Mini, no problem. Ender 3, yes. After I finish with everything, it will probably be back to normal. But stock Prusa Mini, no problem. Listen, you're probably gonna mod your printer to the extreme, but never mod your printer before you've perfected it stock, because even the Chinese machines print great stock, but you, like I said before in my previous video, it's a nut, bolt, or roller that just needs some tightening or loosening. It should be perfect as long as everything's straight, everything's parallel, there's no friction causing too much error. Should be great. Hey, as I can show you over here, see my MK3, I need to replace the thermistor, and this one I don't know if you guys can tell, but my Ender 3 has been modded to the brim. It has a microservice hot end, it has a 32-bit motherboard like I said it would, and it also has a Titan extruder. I was putting on a semi CNC extruder, but then I just came through a manufacturer that wanted me to test their Titan extruder, and well, it's on there and it's working perfectly fine. So stay tuned. So in verdict, you guys saw how the Prusa support took care of me, but you guys need to see the Prusa prints, right? Now I don't want to show you the same prints because I'm going to be making shots regularly, so you guys will be updated to my 3D print farm growing regularly. So this was the doll that was printing then, right? Look at how smooth it's cleaned, right? Now be adults, okay? Calm down. Be adults, okay? This was the doll, right? It's a Cleopatra doll. I'll give you the Thingiverse link to the one below. Now let me show you a difference of TPU. This is how the Sidewinder printed. Now I know I need to edit the settings a little more. Can you focus? Okay, right? But now with 0 mods, this is how the mini printed. Look at that. I haven't nothing, like just these are just Prusa settings. Like this one's fresh with SaintSpark TPU settings, and this one's Amazon TPU settings on the Prusa Mini. Come on, focus for me. Right, you see that? Right. Okay. Now, I know the Benchy is a hallmark and I have printed a lot using the Mini, but I don't wanna use one over here, so we're gonna have the Volang Tech logo as a test print. Look at that. Look at that. Smooth walls, right? Smooth. That layer line. Delicious layer lines. Focus. No focus. So, my point being, Prusa Mini is definitely a buy. Right now it's printing a version of this. This is a Raspberry Pi tower that we've been working for. It will have slots for 3 towers, and you could use it as a pen holder. My friend's working on it, and I'm gonna be the sole supplier, but it's still in beta, as you can see. So basically 1, 2, 3 Raspberry Pis, it goes there, and then you push it in. And these are not made using the Mini. These were made using the Artillery Sidewinder X1, but I thought I need a little style and see how the Mini makes. So that was my take on the Mini. I will post more updates on all of my printers. I really hope you like what we're doing here, and my content is going to be mostly 3D printing related, tech related, and project related, and I would love to constantly update you on what we're doing, as people who are within my hobby, interest, or education love just talking about 3D printing and watching 3D printers all day long. And after watching all of them on YouTube, I feel like there should be more there should be more 3D printing content, and I hope I can fill in that gap a little. If you guys have any suggestions or anything you want to see, any particular brand or 3D printer you guys want to see, be sure to let me know. And liking and subscribing really helps. God, it helps run the channel more. You know, it will inspire me to put more videos on. But if not, I still enjoy doing this. It makes me feel like 3D printing is being appreciated. So right now, this doll is actually for a client, and it's a girl, so she's not being creepy. Okay, so yeah, hope to see you at the next video, which hopefully should be in a couple days, and the next one will be about the Artillery Sidewinder X1. See you there.